Oh, the cameras are back on. Okay, so here
Welcome.
are we back?
We're late.
Can people see us?
It's crazy. Not they will soon. They'll see what we're saying now soon, just because of the delay. But it's funny because I got here and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never this early.
Yep.
And then of course the universe was like, hey now, you're early. The podcast's gonna be late. That's just the way of the world.
I had the exact same feeling. I was like showing up like I'm way early.
Yeah.
You and Zoe were both here at the same. I was like,
I know, and I never get here
man.
before either of you. I'm always like rocking up at 4:25.
I know. Well, I'm sorry about that. You know.
Okay.
Just look. I think
Nobody's fault. Just the way of the computer.
It speaks to best laid plans, which I kind of feel like maybe the episode was about
Murphy's
a little
Law.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Murphy's Law. Well, Murphy's Law in terms of the island say if you're around Locke, things will go bad. It's a different type of Murphy's Law.
Everybody ended up okay around Locke.
It's early.
He threw that knife and it went in the water bottle. That's lucky, in my opinion.
That's definitely lucky, but that's Hurley's thing is luck.
It's bad luck.
Bad luck. Okay, all right.
So,
because I wanted to talk about the fact that he was just like holding that up right there at the.
Yeah, it's a perfect coincidence. He was getting a drink as he took a break on his way back to tell everyone the bad news.
I was watching. Have you seen Paradise on Hulu yet? Okay, it's neat. It's very fun, but it was funny. I was watching that show and.
Who's in it?
Everything that's happening in that show feels so like Lost adjacent with like questions and how people are like connected in backstories. I feel like Lost is officially creeped into the way that I watch television.
You'll notice it forever. Lost influenced serial television in a way that very few other shows have. I think you could make that claim for Twin Peaks and maybe ER, but there's very few shows that I think really totally changed. Game of Thrones changed the landscape of television, especially serialized television. And so a lot of TV shows draw heavy inspiration from Lost, and you'll notice that now that you're into Lost.
Well, it's definitely inspiration, but also like maybe the way that like I'm viewing it.
Maybe.
I was like, well, he's talking to this character, but this character knows this one. I'm going through like the way that I'm behaving as I'm like watching.
That's your weekly pop quiz coming out to play.
It is though. But that's kind of sick, right? Like I'm just going through, and I could be watching maybe the least complicated TV show of all time. I'll be like, well, did you see that look that they had right there? The island, they're time traveling. I'm just gonna take 10 steps forward.
Oh, this is some good shit this time.
They are definitely time traveling, though, right? We confirm that.
I don't know. Are we?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Why?
Well, do you want to do this now?
You brought it up, kitten.
No, you know what? We're gonna hit it.
Oh my goodness.
1,000%.
You're not paying attention.
1,000%. They're time traveling. Are you gonna? Be a vision, whatever. Could be a vision.
Who could say? It could be anything.
But I got fired up for a second,
Yeah.
You threw cold water on it.
No. But I'm not going to say, yes, you're right, even if you are, and certainly not if you're wrong. That's not my role here.
That's the bad part. All right. Go ahead. We're flying.
We're flying to some weed farm commune in Southern California. I think it's going to be wonderful. I think it's Southern California. It might be Washington. Somewhere on the West Coast for sure. And I'm hoping we don't pick up any cops on the way there. But since we're flying, it shouldn't be as much of an issue. Put your tray tables down. Who gives a shit? Take your seatbelt off. Nobody cares. And, wink at the guy across the aisle. See what happens.
Do you do that?
Oh. Have you ever met me?
Yeah, I know. That's like kind of why I asked. I was like, it seems really, really out of character for you.
One time, though, I took a Greyhound. I was like 19, and I took a Greyhound 15 hours from Nashville to Flint, Michigan. And the whole way, the same guy was sitting next to me on the Greyhound. And every time that the bus stopped, he would get out and smoke part of a blunt he had in his pocket. And then he would get back on the bus and sit down next to me and go, "Hey, do I smell like weed?" And I'd go, "Yeah." And then he'd go, and we'd keep driving.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But no, I don't wink at people on public transportation.
Okay. Did you love him? I was going to ask, like,
I mean, he was a okay person to sit next to alone as a teenager going 15 hours on a Greyhound.
Yeah.
He was not rude or gross or inappropriate. He didn't try to talk to me. He did stink like blunt the whole time, but that doesn't bother me.
Well, that's really all you can ask for on that long of a bus ride. I was just saying, like, everyone has fallen in love at the airport or on a plane.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not me. Now that you said it, no, I'm taking all of that back. I've
what
never
do you mean
done that.
When you say that you've fallen in love at the airport? When I'm at the airport, I'm angry. I'm not susceptible to love. I'm stressed out. I'm probably stinky because I sweat in my armpits when I get stressed out. My thing is I can't eat when I'm nervous, but then I'll get to the airport and I'll be even more nervous and I'll be like, what will fix me? A gin and tonic. And then I'll have a gin and tonic and then I haven't eaten anything. So I'm like, I feel gross.
Oh, no.
So no, I'm not falling in love.
So we wouldn't fall in love is what you're saying.
No, not at the airport.
You're kind of telling me maybe I'm the person that you want to avoid at the airport.
I'm avoiding eye contact with everybody at the airport.
No,
I'm looking at the flight attendant's shoulders when she scans my ticket.
I'm really good until I get on the plane. The small confined spaces, I'm not so good. I'm not so good with. All right.
Then when I get on the plane, I put on a movie, and specifically, I put on an Aquafina movie because I'm like, oh, this will be funny, and then it turns out it's not funny, and I cry on the plane.
Yep. Yeah. Hate to see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you just see a funny comment?
Yeah. I don't know that it's one that I can say, but it was very funny.
Dang
I love it, Jack.
I know. I always get so jealous when you see like funny comments. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not privy to those. It stinks.
Well.
Is that what I sound like? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, go ahead then.
I'm so sorry. I'm done now. I just don't want you to be spoiled. That's why you can't. It's for your own good.
You don't have to make a little crybaby sound when you're talking about it.
I was working on it, and I thought it sounded really good.
It was really good.
Thank
and
you.
actually, it's
most because you've been around a baby a lot recently.
It's most of my life right now, which I felt like maybe that's why I took it so personal.
Trigger you a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, where are we flying to?
You're like, I'll get him, Victoria.
It's fine. It's fine. It's my turn. It's my turn. I'll get him.
Oh my! I hate this app because I check stuff. Yeah, I told you we're flying to the farm, the commune with Locke. Where do we want to start? Do we want to start with Locke? Do we want to start with Desmond? Do we want to start with the Sweat Lodge? Do we want to start with Hurley?
Well, I feel like we have to start with, like, I think my first note. I'm getting my book right now. I completely forgot about the explosion.
Oh yeah.
Like,
did you really?
Yeah, I really did. Like when they were going through all that and they were doing the last time on Lost
from it.
Yeah, I just like completely forgot about.
With all the other stress, I think that makes sense.
So.
But yeah, that thing imploded.
Yeah, so it's not fine.
And it knocked every. I know I was so confused when you were like, "Yeah, the hatch is fine," and I was like, I'll let him believe that if that's what he wants to believe.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, no, the hatch is fine. Like that was like a big kind of theatrical, like a pretend, but the hatch is fine. Don't worry about it. And then
there's a big crater in the ground full of scrap metal.
They immediately said it imploded. So the hatch is not fine.
It imploded so hard that it stripped Desmond naked.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah, wow.
That was hilarious. I'm sorry. Hurley comes up and he's like, I can see your penis. And Desmond's like, yeah, I don't know. I woke up like this, brother. And Hurley's like, the hatch took your underwear off. And Desmond's just like, I don't know, maybe.
Maybe. And then also the whole episode started out with Locke on the ground seeing Desmond butt-ass naked.
Yeah.
And I was like,
just running around over there.
This is a flashback. This is he actually was naked.
Desmond's nude. He's running around. But really, I think it's all for the best because he gets to wear Hurley's shirt as like a little tie-dye dress, and he looks really cute in it.
Yeah, if we're going glass half full, him in the tie-dye shirt was
adorable.
Great. Yeah.
He's precious.
But
and he was owning it too. Like he was kind of serving as he walked down the beach. You know what I mean?
When he was throwing those like rocks or whatever into the ocean.
He was
like,
aura farming.
Yeah, he looks aura farming. What the kids say. Yeah, I was like, we didn't have to do this, but he looks cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
And he does.
But for a first-time watcher, it is very confusing.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a lot happening.
Especially like the way that we're doing this. Like he wakes up naked. There's 10,000 questions, least of which he survived, but he doesn't have any clothes, so like his clothes didn't
and it
make
only stripped
him.
It didn't strip Locke or Echo, who were also there, which is very funny. It might have to do with him being lower with the failsafe key, I guess, but
that would, in my mind, that made him more vulnerable to like more dangerous, repercussions for being there. Like,
right, he could get sunburned. On his butt.
No, he could die.
Because he's naked.
No, he could die.
Right, they could all die. They were in an implosion.
Well, he should have died, right? And it's like, oh, no, he didn't die, but also...
It's fine.
He's okay.
He's just fine.
He didn't have any clothes. So.
I wonder what happened. It's crazy.
Oh, okay. Now I'm thinking about like how confusing it was that like he was just butt naked. But, I guess at the end of the day, you said that that's the character that I remind you most of?
I think that if I were to say Anthony is blank, I think I would probably say Anthony is Desmond. But I think the truth of it is that we all have multitudes in ourselves, and that includes multiple Lost characters.
A little Walt Whitman over here. Contain multitudes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I wanted to just like kind of talk about all of the fact that I totally forgot about the hatch.
Well, I'm glad that you got reminded of it like this. We didn't just get naked Desmond, everybody. We also got topless, sweaty Locke. If we want to talk about that. In the sweat lodge.
I'm trying to give you the space to talk about him going up the escalator and doing all that.
Oh my God. Did you not like that sequence? That was the thing I was most excited to talk about. I love the airport dream sequence with Boone.
Love
Vision, maybe rather than dream.
Love the alternate universe airport sequence. When they were going through like him going up the escalator and all that stuff, it was like very cutty.
Yeah.
It was hard to watch. Like
I can see that.
Visually, it felt like I was having. I was like,
yeah,
this is like quick.
There's a lot going on. I really love it, and I think it's supposed to feel like that because I think that's how Locke is supposed to feel in that moment, like overwhelmed. This is if we are going by what Locke believes is happening. Then this is the island communicating to him through Boone, whether that is like Boone's ghost or whatever. It's the island communicating through Boone to tell him what he needs to do next. And him having to get in the wheelchair, kind of submit himself to the island is important. Having Boone push him, where he was very much like the dominant presence with Boone when Boone was alive and they were working together. It was all meant to humble him a little bit. And then my favorite part of that sequence, obviously it's really cool to see everybody in the airport, blah, blah, blah. But my favorite part of it is that even though John Locke does not know where individual people are, everyone is grouped with who they are with.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, is like proof that this is the island communicating to him, because that's not something that Locke would have come up with on his own. Like Kate and Sawyer are separated from Jack, which he wouldn't have no way of knowing. And I think that's cool. And I think that TSA Ben is funny. Yeah,
TSA Ben was funny. And just I really enjoyed the kind of, especially the Saeed's got it.
I think Saeed's got that covered.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah. That entire sequence was fun because I'd like to see, it was kind of maybe like a little bit of glimpse into what happens in the future. Kind of like for me, what could be after they get off the island. You know, because you already, you know, I'm going through these scenarios of like, what happens if they do tomorrow leave?
Wow.
Are you connected forever, or, you know, do you just kind of go your separate ways? Like, what does all of that look like? You know, and I felt like seeing, you know, Claire and Charlie was a big deal. I guess I do have a kind of a big question, and
I love a big question. And I will say that you often say things that are very good and exciting for you to say, but I can't comment on them.
okay. All right. Well, then you don't have to. In this, I guess I'm struggling with the significance of Charlie being involved in any of the Locke can't speak, stand guard. And I had a bunch of different notes of like old Locke would be pushing Charlie go back, but he didn't.
He needed help. He needed somebody there.
Did he need help? What did he need help with?
I think maybe he asked him to stand guard, but he knew he would need some kind of support afterward. And I think it was also important for them to reconcile a little bit and to get along for a little while after all the shit they were doing in season 2. Especially there was a moment this episode where Charlie's like, I detest you, John.
Yeah.
Which was stupid because Charlie, you needed that beating. But, you know.
I liked it. I liked the fact that Charlie was with, you know, Locke the entire time. But I guess I was so used to Locke would just be like, no, I said go back to Claire. And he would throw a whole fit about it. And he really kind of didn't. He was like, yeah, sure, follow me.
Yeah.
And allowed him to come back and be the 21 questions person behind him all the time. And
part of that is probably just for the audience's sake. I think it's going to be a lot less fun to have Locke on his way to save Echo solo rather than with someone he can have dialogue with. And it's necessary dialogue, like I said, because they were on the outs last time we saw them together.
Yeah, it's good exposition. Like whatever he's doing, like Charlie operates as the audience. What are you doing?
And he did end up needing help. Locke could not have supported Echo's weight the whole way back to the camp himself, I don't think. I think he needed somebody under the other shoulder because Echo is built like a brick house, you know?
Yeah. Who's alive?
He's living.
Real tough.
What about when he spoke before he woke up?
Yeah, I wrote down like 10 notes. I freaking called it. Echo was next to die. That's all I've said for like 3 weeks. And I was like, this is happening.
Yeah.
Echo is gone. I know Lost. I am the king of this show. They should name Reddit threads after me. Probably is what I was thinking.
I don't think that's a goal you need to have.
Yeah, maybe not, actually, the way you say it that way. But I was like, nobody knows Lost better than this guy watching it for the first time. Then Echo spoke, and he's alive.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about before he woke up when he was speaking, and it didn't really seem like he was Echo. You know what I mean? I don't remember what he said. Hang on.
When they were in the cave or when they were outside of the cave?
No, when they were outside the cave, and like Charlie had gone to get water. And Locke was
saying
sitting
you're
there.
A hunter?
Yeah. He was saying you're a hunter, which was in the flashback.
And you
Echo
will
wouldn't have
find
known
them.
that. Yeah. Like the island was like, we already put Boone away. I guess we'll speak through this unconscious guy for a second.
Gosh.
Maybe. Who could say?
Yeah. I like Boone saying I was a sacrifice that needed to be made.
I was
awesome.
A sacrifice the island demanded, and then the way that Locke looked so guilty when he said it. Like he's ashamed of having said that. And he's ashamed of what happened to Boone. It's just good. It's just good food.
It really is good food.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I talked a little bit about whenever that entire sequence happened, I was like, what a callous person. Why would he say that? Like,
Right.
why is Boone just a sacrifice that needed to be made? That's so... And it was nice to see that come right back on Locke.
Yeah. And now he knows that he was wrong. I love John Locke. I have a good band name.
Okay.
Ominous Tonka Truck.
Ominous Tonka Truck.
The truck that he found in the bear cave.
I wrote down
I
dump
made
truck.
a note, Ominous Tonka Truck. And then I was like, hardcore band. From like 2004.
That's way better than whatever I said. I just wrote down like dump truck.
Me too.
Okay, I thought we were leading into how he got into the wheelchair.
Yeah, of course. Not
I
yet.
thought no, but you
It will come.
maybe.
It's like, and I've referenced this movie before, I think. It's like Hot Tub Time Machine. Have you seen this film?
Yes.
With Crispin Glover, and he has one arm.
That's how
when
they
they
lost
show
his
up,
arm.
and then they go back in time in the hot tub, and there's like 18 things that happen where you're like, oh, that arm's coming off, and it doesn't until the end.
Yep.
It's like they're teasing you the whole time, and so every time there's a Locke flashback, you're like, we're finally gonna find out. No, maybe next year.
Because I definitely thought, especially going back to the commune. So he like works in this like a weed selling cult. Is that what we're doing? A commune? A weed selling commune?
Yeah, they're growing weed to make money for sure.
Yeah, I was like, ooh. Okay, so he's transporting something in a dump truck and it falls on him and everyone leaves him. You know, I just like kind of went through that entire sequence of like, how does he? This is it. We're gonna find
Not
out.
quite.
No.
Do you want me to tell you when you'll find out? Vaguely. Will that help you or hurt you?
Hurt? No, don't tell me.
I won't.
No.
We will find out at some point.
Yeah, no, it's like it's not fun to like never know, but it's also kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like everything.
It's fun to wait for it, especially if it's worthwhile in the end. And I do think that it's worthwhile in the end.
Yeah.
And there's another thing that I could say that I'm not going to say.
Nice.
That's crazy. I'll put it in the chat.
Such a pro. It's just every single flashback of Locke's from here on out, which it's kind of been a few weeks anyway. I'm gonna start thinking like that is it. This is it. This is when he goes into the wheelchair. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you keep kind of not giving that to me, it's kind of fun. You know, just get real confused the entire time.
We'll find out one day.
So this was the Aaron Paul lookalike.
Justin Chatwin from
come
Shameless and Dragon Ball Evolution. Who I thought, in fact, while I was watching the episode today, I took a picture of him and sent it to Levi, and I said, "Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad."
I don't entirely remember our conversation, but I do remember you talking about
Yeah.
an Aaron Paul lookalike, and I was like, "Oh, Aaron Paul's in this show."
No.
And then I remember
It's Goku from Dragon Ball Evolution, actually. It's Jimmy Steve from Shameless.
then I remember our conversation. I was like, "Well, no, she told me.
Right.
This is someone
it's
who
not
looks."
at all. And that's the crazy thing is that's not me. Like, I generally, and I talk about this with Jack, who is our longtime viewer and who's in the chat right now. Hi, Jack. Who has a little bit of like face blindness when it comes to actors. Like, you know, and a lot of people
Team
do.
face blind.
And I kind of have the opposite of that, where I know too much and have seen too many movies and TV shows, and so I'll see somebody and recognize them really. I was watching my dad when I was in high school put on one of his favorite movies from the 80s, Near Dark. And he was like, "We're going to watch this vampire movie since you were so into vampires as a teenager in 2011. And I was like, yeah. And so he put it on. And the first 2 minutes, there's like the silhouette of a man in the sun with a cowboy hat on. And like, you can't see his face. You just see his silhouette. And I go, "Is that Nathan Petrelli from Heroes?" And my dad goes, "No, it was."
You're that
just
good.
from the silhouette. Just from this. That's the best one I've ever done.
That's a gift.
That's not a good one. You can't use it for much, but...
Yeah.
So that's why there are a few outliers. Mark Wahlberg and Matt Damon, I have trouble telling them apart, and I'm sorry. It's the Boston. I don't know. It blurs them together for me. And then I guess Aaron Paul and Justin Chatwin.
Okay. Justin Chatwin, though, that makes sense. And they put him in that
and he's
in
got
the buzz cut.
Yeah,
just
and he's in like the silly t-shirt, and he's kind of like even acting a little Jesse at the beginning. He's like, you know?
Yeah, kind of like a little pouty, like
little pouty Jesse
like,
Pinkman.
I don't really know what's going on, but like
Right.
explain it to me in depth, and you're
Right.
like, all right, well, this I've seen this
And
before.
he's doing, and it's a very Breaking Bad episode. You know, it's drugs and
Yeah,
cops.
exact. Yes, okay.
That's what Breaking Bad is about.
Yeah, I was all the way there.
Old man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got all the elements there.
Is John Locke Walter White though? Because he, carrying all those guns.
A little bit in this episode, maybe, but no, because he couldn't shoot Eddie at the end, Justin Chatwin. And I think Walter White would have. No problem.
Probably.
I guess I don't know. I've only seen one season of Breaking Bad.
Oh.
Would he kill Jesse if he needed to, if Jesse turned out to be a cop?
Yeah, I don't. It's a dangerous game for me to answer that question.
I've seen the first season, and I've seen the part where Oh, what's his name? Who's married to Kristen Dunst? Jesse Plemons.
Jesse Plemons.
I've seen the part where he shoots that kid. That's it.
Oh, there you go. Jesse Plemons. Oh, I would love to do like just a side episode on him because why? You know what I remember him from? Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
He's like the kicker, and it's just
he was in that. He was in Game Night, where he was like the weird neighbor, and he was very funny in that. He was in I like him. He was just in Begonia.
Yes,
which I loved.
Thank you. I loved it too.
It.
Yeah,
and he was fantastic in it, and so was Emma Stone. Just great.
Emma Stone is a special actress,
and
nobody really cares that.
No, she's so good, and she's been so good like since Superbad. She's been great, but she also Stavros is in that movie, and I didn't know that going in. I shouldn't say he's a podcaster. I don't think I should say the name of his podcast on our podcast, but
okay.
he was in the movie, and I was like, ah.
There you go.
What if that's our future? Maybe we'll be in a Jesse Plemons movie now that we're podcasting.
You have a much higher chance of that than I do.
I don't think that's true, but thank you. Jack says, I miss watching shows with Shelby and being like, who is that? And they're like, here's their name and the last 6 credits they've done and their blood type.
Yeah.
And that's true.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Jack, imagine watching Lost with her. She knows everything. I know,
Jack has watched some Lost with me.
Yeah.
But I think we had both already seen it.
You're really behind the 8 ball. She knows everything.
I like movies. I like TV.
So I thought the others had Echo.
Echo? Oh, Mr. Echo.
And I was like convinced that he was gone. Are we moving into a territory where the polar bears matter?
They mattered this time, and there was a big CGI polar bear that was funny, and we can talk about it later.
It was as bad as the first one, and I was like, "Are we doing the polar bear
say worse.
thing?" Yeah. I would say worse too, for sure. But I was like, "Are we doing the polar bears thing again?" Because we just got done with the bear cages,
But I think that's part of it. Here's my thing. First of all, on the subject of the CGI polar bear, didn't it look kind of like sopping wet?
It looked wet. It looked. It just all of it. Why would it stay inside there? He didn't hear.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I've heard they're the Einsteins of the bear community, though. Charlie told me that.
Yeah.
But I think that part of it is, and I think the line where he's like, "There's a polar bear. We're tracking a polar bear," and Charlie goes, "So you killed the polar bear?" And Locke goes, "He killed a polar bear." And there's two. There's 2 cages.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, there's gonna be a second damn polar bear.
Yeah. I literally that never even crossed my. I was like, there might be 10 of them.
There could be, but there are 2 cages so there's there's more than one. Because even if it's a situation where they're not kept in the cages all the time and they only use the cages for like, we need to give one a shot or something, or we need to test one for whatever we're testing them for, then they need space for 2 of them. So there's more than one.
And at least like whatever the experiment was, if it goes well, you'd like to have a male and a female.
Right.
There's always going to be 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're doing any kind of animal testing, you're going to want to breed them. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 minimum. Yeah. I assumed that they
there
had
could be a whole bear village.
That's kind of where I was at. I was like, there's like a whole. It was like our polar bears a part of the plot now? Because there's a lot of shit going on. And we really don't feel like we need to do polar bears. We're good. We're past that.
I was excited.
I was like, come on, we have other shit going on. It's really what I was thinking.
My note is I love a polar bear moment. Classic Lost.
All right. So that does, because here's the thing, Locke didn't kill that polar bear, and I'm sure it's going to be an easy story device.
Maybe.
Oh, someone's gone.
Maybe we'll need it later.
And the writers are sitting around like, oh, dude, the polar bear.
Yeah, Locke just scared it with the fire and the hairspray.
The polar bear, he or she is still alive. We should do the polar bear thing. Let's do that again. And I'm not really into that. I was like, I thought Echo was with the others, especially when Boone said they have him. He doesn't have much time.
The bear.
I don't know who he. I guess at that point I didn't know. I thought that maybe after the explosion they had Echo, and he was going to find Echo, and the others had him. So I thought that was going to be the moment that Echo found the others, because he was looking. Or sorry, Locke found the others because he was looking for Echo.
Who could say? Not yet.
But no.
But he will. He had a speech
that Desmond
knew about ahead of time.
foresaw.
Or something. Or time traveled for.
No.
Who could say?
No. I know. We're not time traveling, but there's something curious going on.
There's certain. It's lost. There's obviously something curious going on, and I'm excited to find out more.
But I feel like there's a genuine reason for me to believe that the island has certain powers. And he said he just woke up in the woods or in the forest or whatever with no clothes on. Who's to say that he didn't get a vision in the middle of that?
Maybe.
Like, people are foreshadowing everything. I mean, Locke
had a vision in this episode.
Yeah, because he knows that the island speaks to you. So maybe the island spoke to Desmond when he was out of it. I don't know, but why would it tell him that?
Maybe we'll find out soon. I love all this theorizing, though.
It's just a lot to theorize.
Yeah, there's like 100 different ways they could go with that, really. Whether it's visions or time traveling or astral projection.
Like a true time travel machine.
A hot tub.
A hot tub, or what's the thing?
The phone box.
This was the thing. Yeah, the thing from Community. Inspector Spacetime.
Doctor Who. Which is what Inspector Spacetime is a parody.
Yeah, but Inspector Spacetime.
Wow, Inspector.
I feel like I do need to probably own up to the fact that I complained constantly about, like, why are they not dealing with this, and this? And then all of a sudden, I'm like finding myself in a position.
We're dealing with too much.
Yeah, God, season 3, episode 3.
There is too much going on, actually.
I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah,
I'm so overwhelmed that I forgot that the hatch imploded. Totally forgot about Desmond.
They were busy with the others and with Ben and with Juliet and all that, and I get it. And again, we had 2 episodes away from like the brunt of the full frontals, so.
Yeah, I got to own up to the fact that, like, I complained that there was not enough going on, and now I can't really seem to make sense of anything.
Yeah. Well, the whole island vibrated, and the sky turned purple when the hatch imploded.
Sick.
That was what Hurley was talking about, and I liked his phrasing. That's all.
Yeah.
Can we talk? This is our favorite subject. Can we talk a wig? Because they made a choice this time that I think was a smart one, which was Terry O'Quinn was in, I'm sure, a terrible wig, but we couldn't tell it was a terrible wig because they put a baseball hat on top of it. That's right. And I liked that. And it can make sense Watsonianly. Like, if it's not a wig, it's really Locke's hair. He's balding. He's on his way to become the Locke we know and love. His receding hairline, he's going to cover that with a cap. I've dated men. I know what they do.
And they did it later. Like they took it, when he said the prayer, they took it off, and his hair was like absolutely balding. Yeah. Because I probably watched like the first few minutes until they got back in the car after the police officer and Eddie said my uncle.
Yeah, that police officer was a dick.
I watched all of that and never even thought about the wig.
Right, because of the hat.
The hat.
Killer.
Come on.
Love it. You made a good choice, guys. Those wigs look bad, but today, nice.
Men are sneaky. Just wear oversized shirts and a hat. Nobody ever know. No one ever know.
No problem. Jack says both hosts wearing a baseball hat now. What does that mean? Mine actually is on because these lights make me look bald as hell. That's true. Hang on. Yeah.
Mine's really gray.
It's the lights, and my hair is thin.
Mine's really gray. Sorry about that.
I'm young, so I don't have that problem, but it's thin.
How's it look?
You've got like tension marks from the hat on your forehead.
Probably.
Because you're wearing it backwards from the plastic part that resizes it.
I have a big head. It's tough to find hats that fit, but it's kind of a cheat code.
Fries have big heads, but I don't. What's up with that?
You're talking about your family?
Yeah. Hayes, Dad.
You don't have one?
Orion, kind of, but he's little. So
I don't know. I mean, it probably changes for everybody. You know, my entire family's tall.
So my dad is like 5'11", and my mom was 5'10". What happened to make me 5'6"?
Yeah. I do.
And what can I do about it?
Yeah. You know, hey.
Why do you think I wear 1-inch lifts always?
Well, do they make them in men's? Because I need
I
some.
just wear these Converse.
My dad is 6'4". My grandfather was 6'4". My wife's brother's 6'4". My brother's 6'4".
Your
Her
wife's
dad's
brother doesn't really have anything to do with your genetics.
Yeah, it doesn't. But my brother's 6'4".
Right.
Yeah.
That's tall.
Yeah. And
That's. Can I say something rude? That's
Yeah,
too
for sure.
tall.
No,
I think
no,
once you hit
that's-
6 foot, that's like point of no return. Well, you're taller than that. I don't trust you.
That's the-
Sorry, Anthony's dad. Family.
well, and my granddad, and my great granddad,
like-
and my brother. I'm the only one.
Yeah.
They just like, you know what? Here's the little runt.
I feel like once you hit 6 foot, that's when the ego happens, and
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We can
I
take
think
that
it's
offline.
bad.
Yeah, we can take that
Yeah,
offline.
we will.
Because I have, as a short king, I have specific thoughts
Yeah.
on tall
Yeah.
folk.
I have tall friends.
Happy for
But-
the easiness of life that they've been given.
Literally, Jack says, literally, what are you doing up there? Suspicious. Right.
It is. It's curious. It's just succeeding. They're failing upwards, Jack.
Yes.
That's what they're doing up there.
Yes.
They're failing upwards.
Yes.
Because nobody asks anything of tall people. Locke, when he was going to the commune,
Mm-hmm.
that looked exactly like Forrest Gump's. Is that the same piece
That was
of
my
property?
Red Dead Redemption note. You're not there yet, but there's a mission where you go down a road like that. It's a plantation, and it might have been the same place they filmed. I don't know, but it's a real plantation that they based this, because it's the part of the game where you're like in recently
South Carolina.
yeah, or whatever. You know, it's all made up place names, but it's like vaguely Mississippi. And there's this plantation. They go down this road to rob a house, and there's all those trees down it. And I was like, just like when I was Arthur Morgan.
I was thinking,
But Forrest Gump too.
I was thinking Forrest Gump, and then
And Bernard was in Forrest Gump.
a Patriot,
Yeah,
like they just like this kind of the same visually aesthetic, at the same road. I was like, I wonder
Right.
if wonder if that was the same road.
Wow.
Oh,
That's cool.
yeah.
I liked Charlie's little joke when he got the hairspray out. He was like, I don't want to be the one to break this to you. Bald. You're bald. and John Locke loved it. He said, it's not for me. He thought it was funny.
And we were moving in such the right direction, because there were a lot of different times where I thought, like, okay, Anthony was really, really harsh on Charlie.
So was I.
What beef do I have
He
for
annoys
Charlie
me.
at this
He does
point?
annoy me. He does annoy me. But now we are in season 3. Truly, my Charlie annoyance happens in season 1 and season 2. And then season 3, I'm on Charlie's team.
Yeah, what beef do I have with him at this point?
He did suck in season 2. But he's over it now.
He medium sucked. He's really, really sucked in season 1.
Yeah, that
he was
too.
manipulated too hard in season 2. He was just predictable. He was
Yeah.
soft. I just whatever he was doing, I was not into. But I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm glad Charlie's here, and him doing that like little hair joke, and then Locke receiving it, and then later in the episode, Locke talking to Echo when Echo is dead.
Right.
Dead. I actually don't want to make a prediction there. I don't think he's dead. I do want to believe that he's dead because I said that he was the next person to die, but I'm going to be bigger than that,
Sure.
He said, I made a mistake. Locke said,
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
He's cleaning up his own mess.
Everyone is like moving, because we just talked about Saeed doing the same thing. Yes, everyone's
Yes.
growing. Come on.
I love it.
Everyone's growing, Shelby. I've been talking about this.
I know.
And then they talk about the fact that Locke sends Hurley. He says, go tell them what happened. I'm like, yo. Let me talk to you about March to February 25, 26. I've been saying, tell people what's going on in your island life, man. Tell people.
They're communicating. Although Hurley didn't say shit about Desmond talking about the future. He said, "What was deja vu, man?"
Yeah, Hurley's going to be a tough one for me to swallow, I think.
You don't need to go that far.
No, I love him. I just think that, I can envision Hurley being squirrely. Squirrely Hurley. I think I'm going to start saying,
crazy.
You know?
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe not.
No, I just don't think he's going to offer up as much as he can. Because I think that,
it's also like, that's crazy. And he's known on the island for being kind of crazy. Jack kind of leaked that he was in the mental institution, or Jack has specifically been like, you were in a mental institution, I can't trust you anymore, for a minute there. And he has this complex about people thinking he's crazy. And now he's seen this thing that is crazy, and he doesn't want to seem crazy to more people. I think is genuinely. He was running around chasing Dave, a dozen episodes ago. He can't be going back now and going, Desmond told the future earlier. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Desmond got confused about when he was or something.
Part of me,
that's crazy. He can't say that.
Part of me thought that like maybe people weren't gonna believe him when he told the story of Jack, Sawyer, and Kate because of like his past. Like, are they gonna believe him? So I do understand like him reserving some of that thought process too, but also I don't know, he's like kind of one of my favorite characters because he internally processes all of everything that's happening before he shares it with other people, and then it's kind of one of those things, you keep it to yourself too long, then how do you kind of share it? And he's not going to be squirrely on purpose, but it's like, all of a sudden you look up and it's been a week and you haven't told anyone that you think that like Desmond predicted the future. He told you about something that was going to happen before it ever happened. Like, it's a very fine line to walk. Like, is he crazy or is he being too honest? I don't know. He has a lot to lose too. Like you said, he doesn't want to come off crazy. Sorry, I'm just thinking about,
Click that tongue.
That's a lot.
Think about it. What do we think about Geronimo Jackson?
This is such a bummer. As soon as I was watching the episode and they said that, I was like, write down Geronimo Jackson. Look that up. Shelby's going to say something. You know what I did? Nothing.
Well, it's just that it's been in the show before.
Oh.
Because when they were looking through Desmond's records or Calvin's records, the records that are in the hatch, there was a Geronimo Jackson record, and somebody, maybe it was Locke, was like, or maybe it was Charlie, Geronimo Jackson, this is good, and they put it on. And they're a real band, but they've referenced it before, and then not Aaron Paul was wearing the T-shirt, and dude commented on it, and Mike also said at the commune, John's a very special guy, which is a loaded word for us here at Lost.com.
Dang it. I knew all of this was going to come my way, and I'm not prepared, but I knew all of this was going to come my way. I don't remember the Geronimo Jack thing, but I do significantly like think when I saw them in the shirt and they asked about it, like nobody really wears graphic T-shirts because I do.
And that's because it's TV. You can't really wear.
Yeah, they're going to have to pay for it. So if they are wearing it, it does bear some significance.
I think the lead singer of Geronimo Jackson went missing, which I think is part of why they use it. It's a mystery. What happened to that guy?
Yeah,
or something. Let me look that up.
I guess my mind in that entire sequence went to, your dad has great taste. And I was like, who is Eddie's dad?
Drunk, he said.
Yeah, well, that doesn't eliminate you from being involved with the island.
The only named member... Oh, okay. It was Damon Lindelof who said this, and it was more like they're not in the public eye anymore. The only named member of the band, Keith Strutter, as well as several other band members, have kind of gone missing, according to Damon Lindelof. So that's like, they don't really do anything anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm sure that
They like don't have a Wikipedia. The only Wikipedia they have is on Lostpedia.
I'm sure Drive Shaft is probably thinking the same thing. You know, Charlie's gone.
You all, everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody. All right.
The album is Magna Carta.
The boat that Chris. Why you guys both do that?
Well, that was the Nina and the Pinta and the Santa Maria. The Magna Carta was. Oh, I did take social studies classes.
Okay, well, I was about to say, like, you know.
But it's something like that.
Oh, I was literally about to say the boat.
No, it was
that,
the charter.
Columbus came over on.
Yeah, it was the charter that King John of England issued to limit royal power.
That's what I was.
So it was like the same.
That was what I
time,
was thinking.
like protection of church rights and stuff like that, and protection.
Oh, Echo! They're protecting Echo. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Full circle.
I love Lost.
Everyone plays Locke for a fool.
That's true.
Do you want to talk about that?
That's true.
I know. I feel
Over
like
and over.
I wanted to give you flowers. Like, he does have this like big, just maybe sometimes naive or ignorant sense of trust in everyone, and he just continually gets burned.
Sucks.
And this was kind of
And
the
Eddie is one of the saddest ones for me because he really like. You could tell how much he felt for him in the car when he was like, "My mom's dead and my dad's a drunk and I had to get away and I don't have any, ambitions. I'm just gonna go do some logging." And John's like, "I'm gonna give him some purpose where I found purpose recently," and brings him to these people. And these people, by the way, are so kind to Eddie and welcome, not just Locke, but especially Locke, welcome him with open arms to this community.
Yeah. And I felt like the entire thing, especially with Locke, had found family. And Eddie was someone that he cared about deeply who took that away from it. Like, he took away his, like, family.
Yeah.
Like, his first real time, like, this is better than the family that I had before.
Yeah. And he was thinking that Eddie could be his family too. I don't think that it's just to, in terms of like TV writing, I don't think it's just to appease the police officer that Eddie told the police officer that he was his uncle. Like, that's to establish closeness between Eddie and Locke from the get-go. But he was being so suspicious. He said, "When are you going to tell me about that greenhouse? Why don't you trust me about that cool greenhouse over there?" And it's like, brother, cop, look.
Damn it, I didn't.
Obviously.
I didn't see it. I was in. I thought
I grew up in a cop's house, I will say.
Dude, I thought Eddie was the guy who was gonna like it was gonna basically become his son, and he was like gonna
And that's what Locke wanted, I think.
That's who was gonna put him in the wheelchair.
Can I say something crazy?
Everything is revolved around the wheelchair.
I see.
Yes, say something crazy.
I think that Eddie was Locke's original boon. His little boy.
That's not crazy at all.
Yeah, his little boy that helps him and that he mentors and that. The tension between Locke and Boone at the beginning was because Eddie burned him, and it ended up being the opposite. Locke burned Boone in the end.
What a fascinating thing that I never would have thought about, because Locke doesn't really do a whole lot without somebody following him. Like everything that he does is only has significance if he's teaching it to someone. Like it was
Sage.
It was Eddie, it was Boone,
Charlie.
now it's Charlie. Like he is like meant to pass this along to other people. It's just all in service
For a second, it was even Ben. When he was in the,
it was
Ben.
He
wanted it to be Ben. You know what I mean?
He wanted it to be Ben. He wants it to be anybody. And even when he was going through like the tracking stuff, maybe it was Kate a little bit. Like, and she's a great tracker, but that was his moment to teach. Oh, that's fascinating.
Our friend Jack Honey says he's gonna have a Robin. True, like Batman.
Oh,
Robin.
He does it. He does. Yeah.
Gotta need one.
Yeah, but Robin keeps dying, so
that's true of Batman too.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh no, oh no.
They've all died at least once. Trust me.
I know. And it's just like, it's such an interesting thing where he's like, bad things happen to people who are around me. But people still want to be around him. And I think he still wants people around
Of course.
him.
He doesn't want to be lonely. And he loves teaching. And he loves mentoring. And he loves community. He loves having a family he's never had around him. This is a man who grew up in foster care and then found his biological family who fucked him over in every way that they could. Of course he is looking for
Companionship.
people
Yeah.
to be with, to be around. I love John Locke.
Oh, he is so... I know you called him complicated and morally gray and all these different things, but I feel like he has become more humanized lately in the way that he is making bad decisions because of his emotional reaction to being alone, if that makes sense.
Keep that energy through season 4 for me.
Okay. All right. Does that make sense, though?
Absolutely. I think that Locke is, and I think this is one of those things that I'm going to have to kind of do a maze in my head to talk about without revealing anything. I think that it is so important for Locke to be extremely human. Yes, he is special. Some people are saying that he's special. He has this special connection with the island, but he is a human man with flaws and worries and doubts, and that is the most important thing about him.
Full stop. Okay.
That's all I can say.
No. I mean, I feel like all of that is starting to come to the front a little bit, but yeah, it's just hard when so many of the people around him that I enjoy get hurt.
Yeah,
But like, I'm starting to like now wrestle with it's not his fault.
Oh,
You know?
again, like, it sucks that Boone was in that situation, and it sucks that Locke was so gung-ho about it.
He was callous.
He was callous afterward, for sure. But he was telling Boone to get out of the plane.
Yeah.
And Boone stayed in the plane to be on the radio because that was a choice that Boone made.
Yep. I know.
And he brought Aaron Paul, Justin Chatwin, Eddie to the commune, thinking that he could trust him, and he was wrong. It was not something he consciously did to ruin Mike and Jan's life and business. It was, he made a mistake. And then he tried to correct that mistake, but couldn't pull the trigger because his heart's too big, dog.
Yeah.
And he knows that Eddie's just a kid fresh out of the police academy who is trying to do his job.
The whole thing about him like cleaning up his messes, like that's what we're doing again. I mean, like,
and he couldn't clean up his mess that time, so he knew he had to this time. And thank God this time he didn't have to kill anyone. He just had to save Echo from the CGI polar bear.
What? It's just where's the line? Like, I feel like it's an interesting question of any character, any person in your own life. Like, where's forgiveness? Where's judgment?
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of things that he needs to be judged for. Like, Echo being in the situation, like, Charlie tried to talk about the fact, like, we wouldn't be doing this if you would have just chilled the F out.
Right.
And let Echo do what he wants to do. But, like, we're doing this, and so you get to be the hero for saving him, but he's here because of you. Right? So which one do you do? Do you pass judgment on him, or do you give a little grace?
Yeah.
Because he's trying to make up for what he did wrong in the past. And everyone's going to make... So
he's trying his best to clean up after himself.
He's always cleaning up his messes, but he's also creating a lot of messes. So which one do you kind of...
Because he's human.
I know.
I know. But they all are... And that's... I think what makes Lost so special is that...
Freudian.
I know. But... all of these characters, you will have moments where you're extremely frustrated with them because Jack especially. Jack is a great character who, as the show goes on, you will feel more and more close to. But there are obviously going to be moments where he's making the wrong call and frustrating you. Just like Kate and just like Sawyer and just like Jin and just like Saeed and just like Locke and like all of them are going to be doing this. Charlie. And that's what I love about the show is that the characters feel so real and so flawed in like a real way. It's crazy.
Well, and it makes you feel very unsure about people, which I feel like speaks to a lot of like human interaction in its own way. Like you like somebody at one point, you don't like them, you do. I like them. You know, are we good? Are we not
That's
good?
a sign of good TV.
Yeah.
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 We got Nikki and Paolo this episode, just barely.
Are those the two people on the island getting some?
Who just showed up and are like, we've been here the whole time. Like a very handsome man and a very pretty woman are just suddenly on TV. Yeah, that's Nikki and Paolo, and they'll have an episode soon. But we have to kind of like ease them into the.
That's the episode you were telling me about.
Expose. It was one of my favorites, and I'm excited to see what you think of it because a lot of people rank it very low among like their least favorite episodes of Lost. I think it's so fun to kind of take a step back from the people we've been following the whole time and take kind of like an outsider perspective to what's going on. And I love Rodrigo Santoro. Did you play Borderlands? Sorry.
No.
Okay.
But you say outsiders, but they're insiders.
They're there, but they're not. They're
The mains.
supernumerary. They're the people who have been here the whole time, but like are not in the in-group, the clique that's solving all the mysteries and going all the adventures. They're just hanging out. They don't get told anything because only those people get told things for a long time, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting to see things from their point of view as like
I love
non-starters or whatever.
And the female walks up. When were you planning on telling us?
Right.
And I was like, tell who? Who are you?
There were some deleted
tell
scenes.
you.
There were some deleted. They were going to be more present in this episode, but obviously there was a lot of Locke story to tell. So some deleted scenes. But the deleted scenes were Claire catching the two of them having sex in Jack's tent. And then there was another scene where like Nikki comes up to Claire later and is like, I'm so sorry that you walked in on me and Paolo having sex. Anyway, he's bad at it and his dick's small or whatever. And all that got cut.
Sorry, Paolo.
Yeah.
You hate to see it,
You
but
know.
you know. Wow. Okay, so that's who that is. Because I'm really looking forward to that episode.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's an
It's
audience
fun.
perspective.
And Billy D. Williams. Yeah, it's good. Rodrigo Santoro was in Westworld and he was in Love Actually. And I really wanted him to be in before, for anyone who does watch Borderlands, before the Borderlands movie cast got announced and we found out that it was going to be very bad from the casting choices, and then it was very bad. When they first announced it, I was like, Rodrigo Santoro has to play Mordecai. And that was my main in Borderlands. He has to play Mordecai. And then they cut Mordecai from the movie entirely. So thank God, because again, it was bad. We had Kevin Hart as Roland. Come on.
It's kind of a double-edged sword there.
Yeah, you can't.
I need this person to be my favorite character. Then they cut your favorite character.
And truthfully, seeing the movie, I was like, good.
So you win and you
We
lose.
couldn't have Mordecai here. And they cut Brick too.
When Hurley came back to the island and this, guy started yapping, I thought, hey, what are you doing? Just go
Right.
get some fish, take care of the fire, do the
He's got to know what's going on.
do the side people stuff, but it does make more sense now that that's who you were talking about. Like
They'll
getting their own
probably be
episode.
peppered in. I think we've got a little while before Expose comes around. Let me check.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, that's episode 14 of this season, so we've got plenty of time, and I'm sure they will be peppered into episodes between now and then.
Because
We've got 11 episodes until theirs.
I definitely had a thought. I was like, they got paid heavily for those lines because there's not a lot of people on the side getting those lines. Ooh,
It wasn't me this time. I thought it was me.
My phone was on. How about
Wow. I was like, I'm hearing the ghost of my own voice.
that? Ah.
But that's okay. I do it every other week, so
My
it had to
fault.
be you eventually. It makes me feel better. Do we have anything else about this one? I feel like I had another like silly, stupid, funny thing, but I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I guess I really want to make sure that Locke is alive. He was alive when they left the jungle.
You mean Echo?
Echo.
Yeah.
I say Locke. Yeah.
I was like,
Sorry.
Locke Long was fine.
When Echo left, he was definitely still alive, but Jack's not around.
Mm-hmm. But who was helping Jack all the time? Oh, well, fuck, she's not back either, is she? Son.
No,
That's true.
she's not.
We'll see. We'll find out, I guess.
The Numeraries were also asking about them.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so excited for Nikki and Paolo to be here. They're so funny. I can't wait.
Nikki and Paolo.
Just a blast.
I just, yeah, just whatever reason like that coming out of your mouth. It's like it's got a very like nice rhythm to the word. Nikki and Paolo.
Nikki and Paolo.
Yeah, I like it. I'm rooting for whatever that is.
And they're beautiful. Of course, their names are Nikki and
of
Paolo.
course.
Well, they're on TV. Locke's psych evaluation said that he was amenable to coercion, which, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Dad took his kidney, no problem.
Well, what's his face inside the greenhouse was like, you got played for a fool. And I was
He
like,
does that all the time, doesn't he?
yeah. We've been doing that. He's not really gonna learn a lesson here. Sorry, he's gonna do it again.
Oh, Naked Desmond, you know.
It's not really Naked Desmond for me as much as it is tie-dye Desmond.
He's so cute in that little tie-dye dress.
Bro, he's so tiny. He's so thin. It's crazy.
Well, he's been on the island for like 3, and I know that he has like the Dharma stuff, but probably you're not getting 3 square going crazy in a hatch all by yourself.
I know this is like really unfair after just 3 episodes. Him just chunking rocks into the ocean, it's gonna stick with me.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a core. I loved that.
He's cool. He needed to skip some rocks. Truthfully, like there was a long period of time where when Kelvin was alive, he could not leave the hatch at all.
Yeah.
After Kelvin died, he can only leave the hatch for like 45 minutes or whatever at a time, more than that, an hour and a half at a time if you want to be risky, before he has to get back and press the button. So I think he's really enjoying like the ability to stand around and skip rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just getting a nice breeze underneath his big long shirt. I get it.
Oh my
gosh. Yeah.
He's just like commando under there too.
Yeah, I'm saying,
Crazy.
the breeze got to be nice.
Yeah.
Just launching rocks into the ocean. I was just like,
yeah.
Whatever this energy is, I'm here for.
Feels good. The next episode is another one that I really love and I'm really excited for. And I think it's another one that other people don't like, but I think it's great. And it's called Every Man for Himself.
Okay.
Do you want to guess the POV character? You don't
every man for himself. Is it somebody that we have been around recently?
Yeah.
Every man for himself. Saeed.
No.
I feel like because I'm trying to think of people who have to make individualistic decisions right now. No, it's not going to be Jin and Sun. It's not going to be Saeed. Might be Hurley.
No.
Then no. I have no idea.
You'll find out.
Oh, no, you're not.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I do.
It's Sawyer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I just thought that we've like kind of been doing that. I didn't know if we were going to pivot back to somebody on the island.
Sawyer had a lot of focus during the Jin and Sun and Jack episodes, but we haven't had a Sawyer episode in a minute. And this one I really do like. It's one of those where I kind of can't remember what the flashback story is, but I love the island story. And those of you who have seen it can probably guess why.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That makes sense. And I feel like it's going to present a question of my prediction. Is he going to help Jack and Kate? Or is he going to, every man for himself?
Well,
he's going to be presented with an opportunity to escape or do something. Is he going to go back for them or is he going to leave?
Oh, wow. It's a good episode.
But I feel like that makes sense. It's not really a hard guess, right? You say it's about Sawyer and every man for themselves. I feel like the title leads me to that place.
There's no way you'd guess what goes on, what happens. It's nuts.
Okay. All right, fine.
Yeah, so join us next week when we discuss Every Man for Himself, episode 4 of season 3. Thank you so much for joining us today for our episode. We love doing this, and we're only able to do this because you guys watch it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you next week.